Never felt this way. This time I am amazed. Unconditional love will never fade away. I am so touched, words don't portray. Abundant love, my heart illuminates. Because of love, I am on my way to the life I have always dreamed to create. It is love, I'm amazed. I've never felt this way. This time I am amazed. Unconditional love will never fade away. I am so touched, words don't portray. Abundant love, my heart illuminates. Because of love, I am on my way to the life I have always dreamed to create. It is love, I'm amazed. I am so touched day by day by the world's miracles at play. Wonderful feelings I must convey. Please come sing with me today. I am so touched day by day by the world's miracles at play. Wonderful feelings I must convey. Please come sing with me today. Wonderful feelings I must convey. Please come sing with me today. Please come sing with me today.
Okay, let's get ready. Maybe let's give ourselves another 3 minutes. 每天都是过年，好日子每天都是过年。对，14、15，E2I， 对，this is true. Adeline can sit there. Alan 没有坐这边的人呢。Okay, we will start in 2 minutes time. Let's wait for everybody to get settled down. Okay, let's get started. So before we start our session for today, while we're waiting for the rest to come to the classroom, let's sing 3 songs together. All these songs are written and composed by our master Stetson, and they are embedded with high positive energy. So the first song we're going to bring to you is Abundance.
Running around in circles day and night for an abundant life, dreaming to have more, hoping for, wishing searching for answers to life. Time slips away and never comes back. Can't help but think about the purpose of my life. Life is short, so cherish your time. Move forward, enrich your life. Look beyond the trivial things. Abundance is always there. Now finally I realize the secret to abundance is so simple. Connecting with the universe brings me an abundant life. Life is now in my own hands. I am grateful for this affinity. Embrace the universal connection. Enjoy success and happiness. Possessing abundance, life after life. Spread this love everywhere, every corner of the world. Pure, unconditional love. Finally, the answer is clear. Abundance is everywhere. Abundance within every single moment. Abundance persevering through the years. Abundance within the palm of my hand.
Running around in circles day and night for an abundant life, dreaming to have more, hoping for wishes to come true, fighting to win the trophy, searching for answers to life. Time slips away and never comes back. I can't help but think about the purpose of my life. Indeed, sometimes we wonder what is our purpose in this life. And of course, whatever it is, whether it's smooth sailing or if it's a rocky journey, we still need to move forward. So let's sing the next song together. Always move forward.
A voice in my heart helps me move forward. Life is no longer stranded. The world is grand. Life is in my hands. Love always helps me move forward. Always cultivate before time fades away. Time passes, blink of an eye. We cannot go back in time. Let's get together and strive forward. Love always helps me move forward. Make my life shine and be the star of life. It's always bright. Love
A voice is reminding me to move forward. In life, don't get stranded. The world is too big. I am in control of my life path. Love always reminds me to achieve my dreams, exhaust many affinities. I then learn to build up my dreams with the steady steps. The past is past. In the blink of an eye, 10 of thousands of years have gone by. We can go back in time, so let's move forward together. And let's sing the next song together. It's called 那一年。
那一年里，我遇见你，多个秋冬依然熟悉，不经意起这缘起，多么美丽，重拾当时心情，感动不已。不论明天晴或雨，我都珍惜今生岁月，感知这不易，翻开尘缘，总要质疑，下一秒里惊喜追忆。那一年里，我遇见你，多个秋冬依然熟悉，不经意起这缘起，多么美丽，重拾当时心情，感动不已。不论明天晴或雨，我都珍惜今生岁月，感知这不易，翻开尘缘，总要质疑，下一秒里惊喜
That year, I met you. Through many autumns and winters, you still feel familiar. I can't help recalling how beautiful this destined beginning was. Revisiting those feelings, deeply moved once more. Whether tomorrow brings sunshine or rain, I will cherish it. In this lifetime, I feel how precious these years are. As I turn the pages of our dusty fate, I offer my quiet gratitude. In the very next moment, surprises and memories follow. Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
First of all, my deepest gratitude to Master Tetsun, deepest gratitude to the universe, and deepest gratitude to Almighty Sun. And thank you all for coming back once again in our every Thursday, once and only English session happening in Singapore. So it's great to see new faces, old faces. So to us, as we were talking just now with Mr. Siu, every day is Happy New Year Day as long as we are living in a happy and a carefree life. My name is Eileen and one of your hosts tonight. So let's introduce my co-host.
Thank you, Eileen. Deeper gratitude, Almighty Sun. Gratitude to the Master. Gratitude to everyone here tonight. Why are we here? Because we want to look good. Because we are finding our good path. Because we are resonating our positive energy. That's why we are all here tonight. So this system is talking about energy. There is no religion related. So relax and let go everything and then join us for the resonating of our books tonight. And we are going to read our 2 books tonight and we have one sharer tonight from overseas. So welcome everyone. I'm Rebecca. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Rebecca. So we have one new friend joining us for
Yes.
today. Can I have your name again? Hazina. Let's welcome Hazina.
Welcome.
Yes, just make yourself comfortable. As we're saying that there is no religion teaching and anything over here. So we're basically here. What's our main purpose? What we want to do is we want to uplift our positive energy. So as we learn, so today we are reading 2 books. Okay, so feel free if you have any questions, you can jot that down. We'll be more than happy to help you at the end of the session. All right, and of course, it's always great to see everybody coming back to class and welcome back, May. Yeah, May has been busy for a while, and it will be very good to see her coming back again. All right. Okay, so before we start, do allow me to first introduce our Master Tetsun. Master Tetsun is a world-leading expert in energy management, a renowned speaker, a top-selling author, a humanitarian, and the Nobel Peace Prize nominee. He's also the founder of Richest Life, a personal and professional growth and wellness center, teaching people self-healing and life mastery. Master Tetsun has trained high-tech executives, CEOs, government officials, doctors, and tens of thousands of people worldwide. In 2010, he wrote his first book, Supervised Secret Codes, a life manual that reveals the secret codes of managing energy to create a super extraordinary life. This book has become a global sensation and transformed people's lives all over the world. Since then, Master Sun has written over 70 books now and given tens of thousands of lectures and consultations. His book, Say No to Depression, is a breakthrough in mental health and has been recognized and endorsed by Western and Chinese doctors to help people overcome chronic depression, anxiety, insomnia, and other mental health problems. Master Sun's energy management system teaches people to mobilize their innate natural ability to become a self-generator of positive energy so that they can recharge and take control of their lives. And grateful to Master Tetsun, who has founded this Richest Life organization. And in this community, we want to promote simplicity and purity. So please refrain from any soliciting, refrain from any business transaction among each other, and refrain from any money laundering issue. And most importantly, we are here to learn. We are here to learn from Master. Rebecca and I, we are same like you. We are still seated sometimes at the other seat. Okay, sometimes once a week we are seated here just to be as a facilitator. All right, so in this system, there's only one teacher, which is our Master Tetsun. So what we are learning today is we're going to do some reading of the books. We're going to hear some testimony, and we're going to watch 2 videos later so that we can actually try to see how this system can help us become a happier person. All right, so maybe for the benefit of Haslina, so in this system, what we actually, maybe typically you tell me what kind of challenges we face every day in life. Maybe let's give her the mic, or maybe Krista can also help you out. No stress, all right? Yeah.
Hi, I think anxiety. every
Anxiety,
day, and
yes.
then purpose of living, like you just
That
get to-
we just sang.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. But by the way, what is your background? Are you you're working right now? Yes. Or
I just got retrenched last month.
okay, but you're from which industry?
Technology.
Technology. So IT,
Yeah,
right?
IT.
Very strenuous on the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, every day so focused on the computer. So you see, all of us, irregardless what industry we come from, which background we come from, we still need to have positive energy in order for us to be happier and achieve a lot of things we want to achieve in life. So basically, this system teaches us very simple methods that help us break through our challenges. So key challenges people always face: wealth, health, what relationship? What else do we face? Money, health,
yeah.
relationship, career, right? Typically, these are the problems we have. And I think in today's
Children.
society, children, yeah,
Parents.
children, yes, parents, yeah. So these are all relationship, right? So typically in today's world, I think it's very common for everybody to have minimum 2 challenges we face in life. All right. So not to stress you further, okay? So just feel relaxed for the next 2 hours with us, okay? And of course, we hope to see you coming back more often, and then we can see how this system can actually help all of us be upgrade our positive energy. All right. So Rebecca, shall we start our first book for today?
Yes, we are going to start our Super Life Secret Code book. This is our most important books. Everyone got this book before. That's why we come into Super Life Secret Code. This book actually help us to break our problem. You see, this is the main page on the main key for us in our life. So this key help us to break our problem. So we are going to invite our reading angels to read one page and the back page of the book, and then we go into our reading page tonight. And welcome Crystal and Esther. Let's begin to read the front page of the book. We read together on the front page. Yeah. All right, let's begin. Super Life Secret Code.
Codes.
The key to unlock your life by Master Ted Sant. To the back of the book
The
contains
book contains simple ideas with the power to resolve all your problems and revolutionize your understanding of life. Whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, or anyone with a different faith or spiritual practice, we all face daily challenges in our unique journey of life. Super Life Secret Codes is your compass. The secret codes in this book transcend the boundaries of religion and speak to you from the vast universe. They will end your struggles and bring forth an eternal spiritual life full of happiness and wisdom. This book will illuminate your future like the bright sun and bring rich abundance into your life. Your soul will echo with the vibrations of the cosmos. These secrets from nature will guide you to be empowered from the infinite cosmic energy and transform the blueprint of your life, embracing the happiness generated by Super Life Secret Codes.
Yes, this is the key who unlock our life and then bring us to our happiness and abundance. So we are going to start our reading page on page 22. We're going to invite Esther to read for us and then continue by Crystal. Page 22, we are starting on the first paragraph.
Gratitude to Master Dexan, gratitude to universe, gratitude to our mighty Son. Esther will start reading. It seems as if friend G was telling a story and describing a scene from a movie, but everything really happened in front of my eyes. Alex was also very excited. He never thought he would so willingly face his fear and return home to begin his new life. If he had not met friend G, he would not have been committed to this plan and decision. Even though he made this commitment and the decision, he still had some doubt. But the miracle that he experienced with his pain going away really sealed the deal and pushed him to go through with his promise. And so he was off to begin a new chapter of his life. Master wondered how Alex, a high educated man, down on his luck, would do competing with others in his country. Did he have any plans or connections? 3 weeks after returning home, he had still not seen his wife or children, and there was no improvement in his life. The only thing he had was some help from his parents and older brother. Some people believe events in the world are coincidence, others believe they are destined. If the script says this is how his life will play out, then the story will follow the script and play out like it was meant to be. A month later, a friend of Alex's father had news that a university had a professional position available and hundreds of PhD were competing for this position. Alex's father urged him to apply, but Alex did not have the courage to face the challenge. So he called and asked Master to ask friend G for advice. When Master asked friend G, he smiled and replied, if you have an opportunity, what other choice do you have? Aren't we supposed to face different opportunity and challenges, doing our best to perform our role to complete what we wish to accomplish in life? I continue to encourage Alex to seize this opportunity. Do you what you can and let destiny fill in the blank? Ask yourself if you are ready and prepared, and then face your challenges with a positive attitude. Unfortunately, Alex still did not have enough confidence and was worried about competing with hundreds of applicants for the position. In his mind, unless a miracle occurred, there was no way he had any chance of landing the job. Regardless of his doubt, he had no choice and he accepted the challenge and concentrated on preparing himself for the next step. A month passed. There was no reply regarding the position, and Alex started to feel discouraged. But Master continued to encourage him. The sadness things in life is to lose hope. But as long as we have hope, there is a chance that everything in life does not turn out as bad as we have anticipated. He wanted me to seek advice from friend G again, inquiry about result of this opportunity. Friend G only smiled and never give reply.
Gratitude to Master Tetsan, gratitude to the universe, gratitude to heaven and earth. 2 weeks later, Alex received a notice from the university asking him to meet with the department director. When Alex met with the director, he was told that they had already found a candidate for the position, but that candidate had a family emergency and was not able to take on the position. So the university had to find a second candidate for the position. During their search for the second candidate, a professor recommended hiring alumni from his alma mater, USC, because USC alumni were very successful and intelligent. Taking that into consideration, they reviewed all the resumes of USC alumni applicants again and decided to contact Alex for an interview. Fortunately, he performed very well in the interview, and a week later, he received the notice that he had been hired. At this moment, Alex thought to himself that many things in life were destined and out of his control. It felt like a dream to him that out of all the applicants, he got the position, and it was definitely not what he expected. Afterwards, Alex told me that every time he thinks about these events, he always tears up with appreciation. He truly believed that friend G was the savior who opened a new chapter in his life. This entire story, from start to finish, has left me astonished and speechless. Everything played out in front of me as if I was watching a movie. But in this case, there were no actors or sets. This was real, and my friend Alex is living proof. I thought that I have seen and learned a lot in my decades of religious devotion. But after meeting friend G, my perspective about everything in the world changed. What was extraordinary was when friend G agreed to help Alex, and through the simple words from his mouth, friend G was able to change Alex's life completely. To me, this was a miracle. After seeing these miraculous occurrences, I realized that in our path of learning, there are still so many new topics waiting for us to explore and experience. And honestly, if I did not personally see what friend G did for Alex, it would be difficult for me to believe all that. Therefore, it is important that we keep an open mind to accept, learn, and understand with our heart. This is the only way to approach life to ensure a brighter future. Everything in life is unpredictable and constantly changing, but behind every occurrence, there is always a reason that we may or may not understand. Changing the blueprint of your life is not a dream, and everyone has the right to decide their own life. If you are willing to change, the universe will be willing to accommodate, and many things in your life can be rewritten and changed. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Esther and Crystal. Yes, everything can change in our life, and many things in your life can be rewritten and changed. Gratitude to Master. And this topic is talking about three persons. We are the person Alex, and Frenchie is Master. Right now, master is our real master. We have gratitude to our master. Without Frenchie, also without master, and without us also, because we can't find this system that it can help us so easily by just talking about our own energies. So everything is about energy. Many times we feel life is very tired. We just dare not try. So talking about this, Alex is also just thinking whether, wow, is this system true or not? But he just dare not to try. He just not willing to open his heart to the door the door for his heart. So after learning and master, actually, Frenchie actually helping him through, and then he start to receive more and more energy and receive the gift from the universe, and then he got his jobs. So in Super Life Seeker Code, there is no religions. People who have problems in our system, they come into our system. That what Eileen just mentioned, it can help out for family and our jobs. Then this is very clear, talking about this Alex is looking for a job, and he sent in hundreds of resumes, and then he can't get a reply from there. And this is a miracle happens after Frenchie taught him what to do, and then he follow. This is a system. What the system means that says that is the step by step. We just follow a step by step, and then we receive the gift from the universe. The gift meaning that what we want, what we actually looking for, we work hard and we get this thing. But it is a very easy thing to let us receive this thing. So Rebecca learned Super Life Seeker Code 5 years ago. So we are actually here to share why we can actually receive, and we break our problem so fast by using the step of master teachings. So it is nothing related to any Buddhist, any Christianity, any things like that. It's just that by your sincerely heart, and you just try, experiment it. We try it, we experiment it, and this is the things that we have received. So we are doing a sharing here. We are not doing teaching. So we are doing sharing. So by each time we reading on the page, everyone will have the view, and then we will share. So this is talking about the three person. Initially, I also read at this book, what is this thing so easy and can break through problem so easy. Then I realized that everything is about energy. So energy help us a lot. If we have too much of the negative energy, if it's a type of law of extractions. So when we read through the books, and the step actually tell us that we avoid negative energy. System help us to teach us to how are we going to connect to the universe and receive more positive energy. So it's all talk about energy. So don't need to do praying, don't need to look for a good day and doing praying this thing. Every day you find your answer from the book. But we have to read the books diligently when you have to complete the whole books. And there's a steps to help us. All right. So this is my sharing, and I'm very grateful to Master. And Master is always our mentor, and to help us give us a lot of books. Master have written more than 70 books, 90 books right now. 74 books right now. So he actually write books is faster than what we are reading. We can't chase the way that he writing books. Well, we are only just reading on the book. So we are gratitude our master to help us to come into this system. And then we are also grateful to everyone to join our class here and find the answer from the books, and then help us to look for, we receive our happiness and abundance. Hey, Eileen?
Yes, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Krista and Esther. And of course, if we look at page 25 on the last paragraph, I highlighted these few keywords that I think is very important. Like we need to keep an open mind to accept, learn, and understand with our heart. Very easy said and done. So first we need to know, are we overly ego, right? When our ego is very, very strong, then we find that it's very difficult to accept new things. We are even difficult to accept new changes that's happening to us. So we need to learn to let go. So the beauty of this system is also Master has taught us many, many ways to let us let go our ego. But before we let go our ego, we always need to first uncover ourselves. You need to understand what is our root of our problem, right? Why am I not, having a good relationship with my colleagues? Why I'm not having a good relationship at home? Is it because I didn't speak nicely to my family members? Is it because, I was rude? I didn't understand their position. I didn't put myself in their shoe. So in order to learn to accept things and understand situation with our heart, we need to go through this daily systems so that we can actually apply the method in this super life secret code. And actually the key method is actually very simple. It's just 2 keywords, love and gratitude. Because when we learn to be grateful for every little things, you will find that you start to realize, you will learn to appreciate things better, right? And with your level of gratefulness increase, you will actually feel that your energy will increase, right? And then you can probably love things in a more genuine way, all right? And also it says here, everything in life is unpredictable and constantly changing, that behind every occurrence, there's always a reason that we may or may not understand. And it says, everyone has the right to decide their own life. So you have the right. I always say, right, we have the right to decide today after I wake up. I want to walk out of the house smiling, or I want to walk out of the house very angry. So if I walk out of the house smiling, everything is a smooth day for me. But if I decide to walk out of my house in a very angry mode, I think from the time you want to get to the MRT, you start missing the train. Then when the train is here, it's all full, you can't even get in. Then you get delayed, you reach office late. Your boss asks you, why are you late for a meeting? So it's all the occurrences are actually back to back. So everything is a cycle. Whether you want to have a very smooth cycle or you want to have a very, very rocky cycle, actually all this fate lies in our hand. But how to actually take control? That's exactly why we are learning in this system, so that we can take control of our own life. Okay, so before we continue, we have together with us a very young lady from Malaysia. We have Rachel. Okay, Rachel, if you're ready, you can on your screen and your mic. Okay, let's give our IT a moment. Thank you, Shu Yi, for always quietly back there. All right, just give her a little while. Rachel, just hang on for a while. We're just trying to turn on the screen. Yes. So Rachel has got a very amazing story to share. Okay, Rachel. All right, over to you, Rachel. Are you ready?
Hi, yes. First
Yeah.
of all, I would like to convey my gratitude to Master Ted San, to heaven and earth, to the Almighty Son, to the host, Rebecca and Ailing Jie, to everyone who is present with us. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Rachel. I am from Malaysia. I started learning Super Life Secret codes in 2021. So it has been 5 years or more, 4 years plus. So my age is 27. So I started learning when I was in university. So I would say the whole journey has been fulfilling for me, and I don't regret for joining Super Life Secret Codes. As what I heard just now from the session, we have our rights to write our own story. We have the we can make a call on how to decide how we live our own lives. I think this system is so helpful for me in terms of my studies back in the uni days, in terms of my career, my emotional stability, family, so on and so forth. So let me start with how I started get in touch in this system. So on a one fine day, my relative, she's actually the cousin of my dad. So she introduced me, okay, this is about law of attraction, and with this system you don't have to go to fortune teller to know what are your fates or your destiny and all that. So I was like, okay, I heard about law of attraction. In fact, during high school, the number one in my grade, he used or applied the law of attraction. He told me, okay, it's because of I applied law of attraction. Plus, he is really smart lah. He got into NUS, so it's a very exceptional student back in my high school. So he said, oh, I applied the law of attraction. So this law of attraction was embedded in my mind until uni days. To brief everyone about my background, I was a law student, so I'm a practicing lawyer now in Malaysia. So law school was stressful, demanding. Similarly, being a lawyer is also demanding. But law of attraction is something that my friend he endorsed so much about it. So in 2021, when my introducer mentioned about this system, I was like, okay, the law of attraction. But there are so many methods being taught on YouTube or social media. Maybe I should try other sources first, then only, try to understand more what is super lexical codes. So I applied, those methods not taught by super lexical codes, but it's, law of attraction, like you have to apply gratitude, you have to increase your frequency, then I could manifest the GPA I want for my law school. But during the second time, it failed. So I wondered why. Then I went to my introducer to ask about super lexical codes. That's how I got the book. I read the Chinese version. So I read until chapter 6. It finally revealed why the law of attraction sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. It's because we all have this kind of karma deciding whether we head into the right way or negative way. So understand, okay, that's about step 1 in the essential steps 1, 2, 3. So eventually I could manifest the grades that I wanted. My studies, because I used to spend a lot of time in understanding what my syllabus were about. My first language isn't English, it's Mandarin. So to be honest, I struggled a bit to understand, for example, what a judge has written on the judgment. So I realized after practicing essential steps 1, 2, 3 for maybe about 3 months, I could understand English better. I no longer spend so much time on studies. Instead I diverted some of my time in learning super lexical codes by joining like elite class like today, or the big events, the major events, which are going to be held on the 14th and 15th of March. So I'll spend more time on super lexical codes. Then I realized why it's so worth it, because I spend more time understanding the universal truth and all that with super lexical codes, but I spend lesser time in studying. So I think that is so empowering. So my studies have improved. So another problem with my family in 2021 back then was my grandma. So she had dementia. So the symptom of her dementia is that she would throw tantrum, especially to people who care and stay with her most of the time. So that time it was my mother who was taking care of her. So she would accuse of my mother of like, stealing her money, taking her stuff, but my mother never did any of that. So it was quite unfair to my mother. So imagine my mom was scolded by my grandma. Then when my mother reached home, she will scold us. So the negative energy cycle like was circulating. I didn't want this cycle to continue. So I got inspired by super lexical codes. So I know at this age my grandma wouldn't understand what is love and gratitude, because she had dementia, so like she is forgetful. But there's one thing that I did. I played the super lexical code song. So Master has composed like more than hundreds of Super Secret Code song. So I played those songs at my grandma's house. I asked my mom to, just simply play the songs around at her house. So for 2 to 3 months, my grandma's symptoms improved a lot. She no longer threw she no longer threw tantrum at my mother. Instead, she accused her neighbor for doing that. It was quite miraculous for us. So because the attention was no longer at my mother, so my mother was like she was more happy, and then the negative cycle just stopped. uh like my grandma and my mom could like communicate better. So similarly, our family atmosphere improve as well. So that's another thing that I'm grateful for. So another challenge in my life is that when I first started learning scholastic codes, I experienced a breakup. It is my first ever breakup because that was my like first relationship. So I couldn't accept why like my first ex-boyfriend like start just dump me, or like broke up with me without like explaining reasons why. So I was in a cycle of blaming myself, like, or maybe I didn't do much, I didn't like do enough to make this relationship last longer. But because of super secret codes, especially telling myself to stay positive, and also immersing myself in the environment of positive energy. So for example, I listen to the gratitude hymn. The I I don't know what is in English, but I listen to the gratitude hymn. I play, and I no longer feel moody. Then I start to convince myself that every separation is a redirection. I didn't have to be so sad about it. It's just relationship. But what is important is how I carry on later in my life. Then I didn't, I tell myself to not be bothered about the breakup, even though like I don't know why the breakup happened. But during 2 years, I cultivate in this system. I seriously putting my time in understanding more what Master Ted San taught us, including there's a book called 德香女人花. So it's basically a book that tells us how to be a better lady for better relationship. Even though that time I was single, but I because of that book, I realized, okay, maybe there are something that I lack of. That's why it caused the breakup. Then in 2023 July, there was Master first ever physical event in Malaysia after COVID. So I introduced to 7 people to participate in that event. Then it is so powerful that by simply introducing people to Super Secret Coast event, like 1 week later, my ex-boyfriend called me and apologized. This was something that I never imagined myself to experience, because like, what do you mean, like and a guy who just broke out all of a sudden could just apologize to you in 2 years later. And he was quite sincere in his apology. So that's why I was like, okay, it's okay. I am not really bothered about it, but yeah, I also like forgive you. Then until now we are still friends. So because of this transformation, and because I start focusing on myself and my energy transformation, the people around me, including my ex, could, say sorry. So it means like whenever you feel you're wrong, but the universe will give you will still give you answers at the end of it. So the most importantly is to keep your cultivation strong and consistent. So I have sorted my um my biggest problem at that time, because I was really bothered by this relationship. Then the next thing is to figure out myself what to do with my career and all that, because as a lawyer, it is more than 9 to 5 job. It's a high demanding, stressful environment, and it's never ending. But after graduation, I still wanted to discover more than just being a lawyer. So I applied for a national program in Malaysia, that is the Perdana Fellowship Program. So it is an internship program that allows youth from the age of 18 until 30 to intern under ministers. So they were 1.8K applicants nationwide. They could only let 52 people in. Then the selection was really strict. Then I thought to myself, okay, why not I use this as an experiment to prove that Super Light Secret Code can really do the impossible. So before the interview, of course I did meditation steps, including essential step 1, 2, 3. During the group interview, it was quite challenging because I needed to compete with 4 other people, and then I had to speak Bahasa Malaysia. So Bahasa Malaysia is my third language. I'm not really fluent with it, but because of meditation step 1, 2, 3, I could feel that, oh, like speaking Bahasa Malaysia wasn't that difficult, especially I had to like speak in like formal language and to like carry myself professionally. Then it was quite smooth until the interviewer. There were 5 interviewers. 4 of them were men. So they were interviewers who asked me this question. So the question was like, okay, do you know why there is ministry for women, but there's no ministry for men? So that was a very challenging question, because I don't want to sound like I'm biased towards women. I don't want to hurt the feelings of 4 gentlemen in the session. So but I remember Master said this in the weekly cultivation class that is held every Sunday. So Master said, as a couple should collaborate instead of, become enemies. So I used this quote. I don't know why at that moment this quote was downloaded in my mind, and then I just use it. I didn't prepare, or I didn't foresee this question was thrown at me, but I used this as an analogy that, no matter whether there is a ministry for men or not, men and women should work together to make society a better place. So just like a couple who should collaborate and not just, being enemies to each other. So I thought that was aha moment for the interviewers, and that explains why eventually I was placed under the Deputy Prime Minister office. He's the second most powerful man in the country. So and then in Malaysia, Chinese is not given the most priority first. It's always the Malay. But as a Chinese, I could place under that position. That makes me the high. Okay, I cannot say that, but among all the interns, I'm the first Chinese. I was the first Chinese like being caught during the prize giving ceremony. So as a Chinese, it was quite a proud moment for me, because with Super Light Secret Codes, I could prove myself and like place myself in that position. And without Super Light Secret Code, things wouldn't be possible. Also, of course, gratitude to Master Ted San, who always give words of wisdom, including that sentence, couples should work together instead of being enemies to each other. So that is when I think Super Light Secret Code really helped me or many young people in increasing their interviewing skills. Interviewing skills is something that most youth struggle in, but with Super Light Secret Code, you know what is the right time and the right moment to say the right things. So I think with right energy provided by Superlight Secret Codes method, I could really do that without much training or signing up for any courses outside. So also on my career, after I finishing the internship at the Deputy Prime Minister office for 4 months, then I subsequently was seconded to law firms. And then when I changed jobs, changed to my second job, it didn't take me uh any moment. Like it only took me like 1 month, sorry, within 1 month to secure a new job. And then one is because of my interviewing skills, and secondly is also because of energy I could attract the right employer. So right now I am practicing like flexible working arrangement. I mean, I still have to go to office, but my employer is very kind and flexible in allowing me to only clock in office like 10 or 11. And then whenever I have to apply leave, so no further question being asked. You know, if only when work are clear, when like they are not fussy about, why are you taking so much leave. So I'm grateful for all the flexible working arrangement. Of course, I'm also grateful for Scholastic Codes for allowing me to meet the right persons for my job, for every aspect in my life. So also about this career, I also started taking my own client even though at my second year of practice. So that was quite I would say quite unique as a newbie in the industry, because most of my friends or peers, they don't have their own clients. They have to be seconded to an employer, then files are provided by the employers. But because of Superlight Secret Codes, I could attract my own clients and started building my own clientele. And that's what makes me feel so grateful every day that I'm learning Superlight Secret Codes. And then in terms of my year-end bonus, I think it is very satisfactory. It is out of my expectations, out of my family's expectation. Because that firm, the law firm I'm working with, is only we only have four of us. So it's a very small scale firm, but they can provide such a satisfactory bonus. I think it is quite I'm quite grateful for that. Also in terms of relationship, I feel I also like, after applying 德香女人花 in my life, I could, the meet the right person for my partner. I mean, he's kind, he has all the qualities that I've manifested for. So in terms of all the benefits I mentioned just now, my conclusion is if you are still new to Superlight Secret Codes, please keep learning. If you have been in the system for a long time, please keep on cultivating. I think mental agility is something it is as important as physical strength. So we all emphasize on going to the gym, exercise a lot, but we still need to meditate to keep our mental strong. So Superlight Secret Code is a very effective method to keep your to keep ourselves mentally strong. So that's all my sharing. Thank you so much for being patient. And yeah, I would like to I'm grateful for Aileen Jie for having me. Thank you so much. Have a
All
nice
right,
day.
thank you, Rachel. Wow, look at that. She's only a young lady. She's 27-year-old. She can be my daughter because my daughter is also 27-year-old. So you see, a young lady like her, and I think she speaks with a lot of maturity, a lot of words of wisdom, and it's also because through the learning of Superlight Secret Code, she has also improved on the art of speaking, right? So how we actually speak, the choice of words we use can actually change a lot of situation around. So as we started this session today, we're talking about how many kind of challenges we face in life. So just by practicing the essential steps 1, 2, 3, she's able to overcome challenges in terms of her career. She's able to overcome challenges in terms of her relationship. And what's most important, through the big event in July back then in 2023, through the workshops, she actually learns to let go. Though she says that, oh, probably she already don't feel bothered about the ex-boyfriend situation. But then the universe has sent her a closure. All right, so that's why I see unknowingly, through practicing the essential steps 1, 2, 3, probably she has recalled a certain situation that she did some application. Those are the method that we learned, and then this ex-boyfriend out of 2 years later called and then do an apology, and they became friends. So see, everything is possible. So all these kind of things, sometimes unknowingly, we do not know that we are actually holding on to some kind of resentment. And this kind of resentment can sometimes affect our energy in many, many ways. So as for her, you see, as what she said, a young lady in Malaysia, in Chinese, it's really not easy to get this kind of internship position in the Deputy Prime Minister office. We know this a very great achievement, and all this we are grateful for, because these are all the blessings that the universe has blessed her. But all this, end of the day, boils down to her own effort. Rachel is a very energetic lady, and yes, because of her flexibility in terms of her work time, I got to know her because we were in the translation team when we were working on the 寻宝秘籍, the treasure quest, and she's very energetic. She will text me, Anita, can you take this chapter? Can you take this section? And then when we cannot, she will fill it in for those who cannot do it. So as what she said, right, she tried to actually place the focus in her learning in this journey, and a lot of things will just come in place for us. End of the day, we need to have the blessings from the universe in order for things to be smooth. But we cannot sit there and be a crying baby and say that, how come I got no job? How come my boyfriend don't want me? How come my mother always scold me? All right, so everything is you need to put in effort. So for a young lady like her, very sensible girl, okay, and she already knows very well what is a clear direction. So as she said, if you're new, give yourself a chance. And if you're still already learning in this system, irregardless how long you've been learning the system, we need to keep continue to grow. And one very key thing she also mentioned, she actually do experiment. So Master always tell us, don't just listen to his teaching. We need to do experiment. This exactly through the experiment, then you will know how this system can help us. All right, so amazing sharing from Rachel. All right, a young lady
Yes.
like her, I think it's wow. Already at the age of 27, practicing law, or you can imagine her golden journey ahead of her.
Yeah.
Right, Rebecca?
Yes, the way she said, wow, very and powerful. She said it's impossible to be possible. See how powerful the language than what she actually said. Yes, even the way we talk, we need energy. When we want to shut our mouth, without energy, we will also can't even shut our mouth. So energy plays a lot. And the way she said the key word, just try it. And then what he mentions about her moms, that the grandmother got demented. And by using the 感恩四句句, we have a music. Yes, the music is also another powerful thing. It's just try it, because after trying it, the grandmother actually didn't blame to the mother. It's same as my mother-in-law, because we are having problems looking after her, because my father-in-law is the main person who look after her. And suddenly one day my father-in-law passed away with heart attack. And we will wonder who are we going to take over my mother-in-law, because he can't get along with your own daughter, everyone. And from that time, she also start with demented. And what I do, I start praying the 感恩四句句, the powerful song, our energy, a positive energy song by Master Tek San. So when I put it there, even now she's already 4 years, the radio is still ongoing without any stopping anything. And then she, from that day one, she actually didn't disturb anyone at all. And then she will just wake up and eat, and then feed her, and then she was just very, very cooperative. So we just need her cooperative without making us trouble, because we are all working people, and she also very cooperative with the helper at home. Before we got this radio, she got change of 8 to 12 maid many, many years ago. She always abused maid, always abused helper, until my father-in-law gave up. So it's very important, just try out. And what she mentioned, the 香里人话, the virtuous women, everyone must have the book. because when I didn't read the book, I also didn't know that we need to change. So when reading on the books is very helpful. 德香女人花, we also inside the book it talked about 德香男人树. Talk about our men's, yes, our virtual men's on the book, and then Master lead us how are we going to behave and do our best, change our own self. So very grateful to Rachel for great sharings to help out many people by just a short sharings. Thank you, Rachel, and wish you everything to be great and fine and abundance. All right, we are going into our second book, Say No to Depressions. This is another books written by our master textant. We are going to invite our reading angel, Mr. Xiu and Adeline. And let's read the front page. Every time we read our books, we always have to read our front page and the back page of the books to remind us what is the important key on this book. All right, welcome, Mr. Xiu.
Okay, we start reading.
好，我们读Say No to Depression. 好的 Uncle Take.
Okay.
Okay, ready. Yes.
Super Life
Secret
Secret Quotes.
Say no to depressions. Everything you need to know about depressions and how to beat it by Master Texant. Say no to depression shares everything about depressions and clarifies the many unexplained illnesses and their root cause. If you do not change, energy will not shift. Ultimately, you will be stuck. Many people belong to a high-risk group that potentially can suffer from depressions, and there's a good chance that you and I are one of them.
The rapid modernization of society, which is not parallel to spiritual development, has caused more and more people to plunge into depression. This book provides the secrets and simple practices to activate your innate self-healing superpowers that will liberate you from the years of stored energies and pains. At one time or another, about half of us will experience some kind of mental health or emotional problems, and many will turn to a doctor for help and support. I recommend reading this book as it contains the essential tools needed to overcome challenges in the life.
All right, Mr. Xiu is going to start the reading page on the 114. Turning to page 114.
114.
This is into our chapter 5. It's a short passage of this book. So Mr. Xiu will continue a few pages and continue by Adeline. Let's begin. 114. All right, read.
Okay, already.
Jane, you got the page already? Okay, good. Thank
Okay.
you.
The golden rule is to follow the laws of the universe. The body works in the profound ways. Like when we eat food, our body automatically transforms the food into nutrients, and then the nutrients become energy for the book. Wise men have said, the wisdom of the universe is so vast that there is nothing outside, and at the same time, so small that there is nothing inside. Something that seems so small and insignificant for an ordinary person is actually full of wisdoms in the world of universe mechanism. So, the golden rule is to follow the laws of the universe. Practice Super Life Secret Quotes. Visualization meditation to achieve a sense of comfort. Human beings struggle with the understanding things that are not visible through a microscope. Cells can be subdivided into various structures, and these smaller units can combine and correspond with each other. If you want every part of your mind and body to receive the correct and positive data, you must apply the right method to program the feeling of comfort. Then this feeling will be embedded into your mind and soul. Practice Super Life Secret Codes visualization meditation to achieve a sense of comfort. This can prevent the possibility of depression and manic depressions. With a real sense of comfort, depression does not exist. Once you have created a feeling of comfort, it is recorded in the soul memory. Then, when you need comfort, it can be easily mobilized. Once you have the true feelings of abundant comfort, depression does not exist. From this moment on, work hard in the right direction until you attain perfection and completion in your life. The type of data stored undermines a positive or negative results. When the soul memory stores positive conclusion from many of your life experiences, remember to grab hold of this feeling and be sure to embed them into your mind and soul. For example, when you are tired and unable to rest on an uncomfortable bed, resting on a chair can still provide you comfort and make you happy. Hold on to this satisfying sense of well-being. When the same situation is happening in the future, your soul memory will retrieve the same conclusions. Therefore, the type of data stored will determine a positive or negative results.
It is imperative to reach a win-win situation. Remember that life is full with many false situations or illusions. Oftentimes, people unknowingly get stuck in them, and this can lead to unbearable illnesses. Be extra careful in every aspect of process. Comply to the system and develop wisdoms to deal with all situations in life. It is imperative and important lessons to reach a win-win situation. Otherwise, every day in the future, the body, mind, and the soul will not achieve a balance. The result is a constant loss of energy, and this creates a vicious cycles for the future. The universe will give you wisdoms to solve your problems. As you practice and improve continuously, when your skills develop to a certain level, the universe will give you wisdoms to solve your problems. When you realize the importance of practicing various lessons such as mind switching, meditations, and improving your energy field, you will see that each of these subjects are interlinked, mutually supportive, and necessary. You have to be self-reliant and improve yourselves. Then you can help others join together to improve the world. When you are fully prepared for the universe, will resonate with you. Prepare ahead of time. When the test comes, you will be relaxed and confident. When you are getting tested on your attempts or stagehood before the test, you should study the material thoroughly and learn from others people's experience. Fully grasp the characteristic of the different types of questions and then learn the key to solve them. As long as you are fully prepared, you will resonate with the universe. The universe will help you score exceptionally well on your test. Problem mastery and proficiency are closely related to depressions. Whatever your choice is, it will lead to a good or bad result. Ultimately, you are accountable for everything. We'll stop here. Thank you.
Going to invite Mr. Xiu to do a sharing on the book reflections. Mr. Xiu?
Okay, we will go for a short summary of what we have read today. Okay, Master have taught us the golden rule is to follow the laws of the universe. Always remember, the universe is so vast that there is nothing outside and there's nothing inside. Do not feel that it's actually we are very small. Never mind. Practice Super Life Secret Codes visualization meditation to prevent the possibility of depressions, and achieve a sense of comfort. Store positive feelings in our memory and soul. Utilize them to give us a sense of well-being and happiness. I believe over the years, when we're young and we reach a certain age, you can remember some of the very good times. Those are positive things that we can actually remember. Always remember the good times that you are having. And then when you come to having certain things that you are not too happy, look backward. You may be very surprised that you actually went through some of this and you are very happy with those things. Remember the good times that you are having. It is also important to develop wisdom to deal with life situation and try our best to reach win-win situations. As we practice SLSC, such as mind switching, meditation, and improve our overall energy field, and trust the universe will help us with our problems. Always be prepared, and you will resonate with the universe, and when tests come, you will confidently overcome it. That's about all today what we have read through.
Thank you, Mr. Siu. Yes, give ourselves 10 minutes each day, 10 to 15
Thank you.
minutes. Thank you, Mr. Siu. Yes, we need to calm down. Great sharing, right? Thanks. Grip yourself. Because we need to spend about 20 minutes a day to do our visualizations. What the visualizations needs is to calm our mind down and then to do a lot of let go thing and then to let go our ego to change our own self. So what we need is to learn 弟子规. 弟子规 is something a Chinese thing, but it come in the English translating. So in 弟子规 we learn to do a lot of let go our ego, cultivate our own self, and then when we follow 弟子规 what we said just now the page that you can actually change our problems into a small problem. If a big problems, we can actually make it into a smaller problems. So the problems, what just now Rachel also says that the things give us a directions to give us to learn from the error, from the problems. So we will change from there. 弟子规 will tell us that to stop our leaking of our merit. So we have to follow it diligently and our master 14 step of homework. So we will do it every day and then we have to calm our mind and then we have to practice our spiritual practice. So this is the key things that we need to do in Super Life Secret Code. Yes, Eileen?
Yes, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Mr. Siu and Adeline. Wow, I was like flipping through and very fast. We're going to finish up
Finish
this
our
book,
book.
Causing Depression. Actually, this book seems to be very simple, right? Every page is so short, but actually there's a lot of meaning behind all Master's words. So we need to keep upgrading ourselves so that we can actually read and comprehend everything that actually a lot of things evolve around our body and mind soul alignment. Everything evolve around our energy frequency. How to keep ourselves every day at every minute high energy. Is it difficult?
No, we have to put in a positive input.
Yes. So if you have good input, you will have good output.
Yep.
All right. So just now Rachel mentioned about some karmic experiences, because it's believed in the system. Yes, in some religion they mention about karma. In some other religion we don't mention about karma. But over here, when we talk about karma, we actually refer to cause and effect. So everything that happens in our life could be there wasn't a good closure of some outstanding issues in our past life. And what we want to do is that we want our life to carry on because our soul life will still live on even one day when we leave this world. So we want our soul life to always stays healthy, always stays very highly positive, energized. So that is the purpose why we need to actually have a lot of body, mind, soul, and alignment. So a lot of things we can't find the right method to get going. We can't find how to resolve the problem, sometimes it's because our body, mind, and soul is not aligned. So that's exactly why come to this classroom to learn from each other, coming to every Sunday class that Rachel also mentioned just now, which is our Master's weekly online global class. Master he's a Taiwanese. He stays in the US right now in Las Vegas. And every Sunday we can see him on the big screen live in our time, Singapore 10:30. For him, it's at night. It's already, the other time zone for him, right? And of course, coming up in March 14 and 15, we have this event coming up. The theme is called Believe in Love, Begin a Golden New Journey. So on the 14th is a concert of 3 hours concert, all high positive energy songs. And on the 15th is a day of workshop where Master normally in the morning will give us some explanation in terms of the theoretical part to make us understand, to make us open the door to our heart, switch our mindset a little bit, so that in the afternoon session he will take us through visualization. So for the benefit of Haslina, just how we mentioned a lot about essential steps 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these are some steps that we do in the visualization exercises, but you need to read from chapter 1 to chapter 7. Only after that, then you can start to do the visualization exercises. So for that one, I think Crystal can explain a little bit more to you. So what's most important is give yourself a chance to see how this system can help you achieve a lot of other things that you wish to achieve in life. So at this point of time, I'd like to share a video with everybody. So do pardon us, this video is in Chinese, but I'll do a translation later on the purpose of showing this video.
超级生命密码身心灵系统与能量频率的关系。太阳心语：善用爱与感恩这2项密码，必会感受到自己的人生路上开始产生巨大的转变。正负能量不平衡，身体、生活、生命就会经常愁云惨雾，不得其解。明白此一简单道理，并用超级生命密码系统的方法调和，疗愈的速度往往令人惊讶。当生活、生命有了快乐的曙光，能量波便开始转变，转化的过程中即产生磁场共振，就是所谓的吸引力，吸引有着相同频率的人、事、物。先将自己的频率及磁场调整到位，诸多人、事、物自然不言而喻。爱与感恩是进入善性循环的正能量场，所以需具备的重要密码。推广、落实爱与感恩，让后代子孙拥有这片得之不易的祥和土地，去孕育未来幸福的一线生机。当拥有足够的正能量，吸引一切良善的人、事、物，是一件垂手可得的小事，这是宇宙的定律。太阳圣德导师。
Okay, so what we saw just now in this video, we saw this mechanical metronome, right? For those who learn piano, you probably have seen that. So when we see at the very start, they're all going to different direction. So this is, imagine that is your frequency. So if your frequency every day is sometimes negative, sometimes positive, sometimes you don't even know your frequency is at which state, then you feel that you have a lot of instability in terms of your mood, right? So this just a short so-called reflection of what I learned in this thing is actually when we talk about sensing link just now, it mentions it's actually referring about our body, mind, and our soul. Okay, so all these three needs to be aligned. So how do we get this aligned? That's exactly why in this system we learn about having a lot of love and gratitude so that we can stay very composed. Okay, so that's where we actually have a lot of spiritual growth in many ways so that we can actually connect with the universe. So in Superlight Secret Code, Master Ted San tell us everything is about the power and data. So if we send some data to the universe, we send good signal, good things will come back. But if we send bad signal, maybe bad things will come back. So Rachel also mentioned just now about manifesting, right? So we need to keep manifesting at the good things. But if I keep manifesting and dwelling on my negative issue, why me, then you're going to have more why me. You start to doubt yourself. You start to doubt what is your purpose of life anymore. And also over here, just now we talk about 能量频率, which is the energy frequency. So it's an idea in how some spiritual and holistic wellness tradition that each part of us, which is our body, mind, and spirit, which is soul, can vibrate at certain frequency. And our health or harmony comes from the balancing or raising those frequency. So as we raise more positive frequency, you will realize that your mental well-being is getting better. Your emotion management, your emotion control gets better. That's how you can actually start to take control of our life, right? Sometimes you may not control. It's like out of nowhere, you just feel that you're so sad. But sometimes at the next moment, you can feel you're very, very happy. So why is there this up and down wave in our emotion? How do we always stay on track? That every day, even though we face a lot of challenges, we face a lot of problems, we still can feel very happy facing it. Because every journey that we learn through, whether they are good or bad, is actually to help us to grow, right? So like what Rachel shared about the relationship, being a first time in a relationship, maybe she did not know how she should support the boyfriend return. Maybe it's because when she was younger, her art of speaking is not so ideal. Her choice of words is not so good. And maybe as a young lady at that time, you do not know how to manage your emotion, right? And maybe you are more possessive. There are many, many reasons. Okay, so we need to know that all these things that happen to us in life is actually an opportunity for us to reflect upon so that we can grow further. The more we experience in life, the more actually intake we should have, right? So we want to make sure all the experience that we have in life, if they are not good enough at the moment, that doesn't make us have a smooth journey, we want to apply what we learn in Super Life Secret Code so that we can turn around the situation and we can have a smooth sailing journey. So for those of us who has been in this system for a while, sometimes you ask yourself, hey, how come like I got no emotion one? Actually, it's not that we got no emotion. It's because we stayed very composed, right? Are we very thrilled, overly thrilled during Happy New Year? I think last time we may be very excited. Wow, very. No, but more I find, it's just another day, right? Because if I'm happy, if my family is happy, if I have abundance in everything I do, every day is New Year to me. Every day can be a day that I have a reason to celebrate my life, right? So this is why I think what this video is also trying to tell us that very importantly that our physical wealth, our mental, our emotional well-being, and our spiritual energy, they are all interconnected. And how energy frequency influences our overall wellness and our state being. So at the end of the day, you see this metronome goes all same direction. So when it all goes to the same direction, you will find that everything become more smooth. When everything is like rojak, then you will tend to feel that you start to lose your sense of direction in life as well, because you do not know, you see no light in the end of the tunnel, right? So we're also grateful in Super Life Secret Code. There is so many platforms for us to learn. So when you are busy, you can always go to the online, you can go to the YouTube. There's a lot of extract of our master's learning that has been shortened into 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Some of them are already translated into English through the AI methodology. Okay, as what Rebecca mentioned about 弟子规, the student rules, there's this teacher, we call it 蔡吕希老师 teacher Cai. There is an English version of that. So Crystal is a very dedicated student in doing the 弟子规. She does it every day, and every day in her journal, she always talks about what she learns in 弟子规. So there's a lot of platform for us to learn. It's whether we want to make things better for ourselves, right? So as we read also just now, it's our choice. You choose to see whether you want to make things better for yourself. So this system is for everybody, okay? In fact, it's for people who are kind. Some is for everybody, but some people end up they have got no faith, because masters wants to share this system to people with a very kind-hearted person. But that doesn't mean that if they're not kind-hearted person, they can't learn this system, because there is a chance that they will become kind-hearted, right? So when you're kind, you're actually increasing your level of virtue. So you're doing more good deeds. Our good deeds over here doesn't mean I need to do donation, monetary good deeds. It's not. Good deeds by what? See, Crystal bringing you here is actually a very good merits that she has accumulated for herself, because this system is for everyone in this world. So it's whether are we the lucky chosen one? So we are all seated here, maybe because in our past life we are already friends. Like Aslina could be my colleague, she could be my sister, we do not know. So there's no differentiation of which background we come from. All right, so just give yourself an opportunity to see how this system can actually help you. And of course, if you can, mark your date down, let us know if you need us to help you to see how you can come to this event and try not to miss it. All right, same for Irene, right? So yeah, this is more valuable, more value adding than to go away during the weekend where we know there are some risks out there as what Mr. C was sharing you. Of course, yeah, we need to, of course, at every time of time, we need to know that we need to balance in life. All right. So what Master always tell us, we also don't want to keep our family thinking that, you every day go to classroom, then you don't know how to balance yourself in life. So we know that we need to have balance in life. So we need to set priorities. All right. So everything starts from ourselves. So in this system, we always say self-help, people help, universe help. All right, Rebecca.
Yes, thank you, Aline. Yeah, just mentions Uncle takes. You want to do a share?
Uncle Hawk， 你有写你的心愿是吗？那天你跟我讲，有带来吗？没有带来。Okay， 那下个礼拜。Yeah, because Uncle Hawk and Uncle Dick, they're very, very dedicated. So they come here. Sometimes they understand what we say. Sometimes they don't understand what we say, but they love the energy. Same like Lan Jie, right? They love the energy here. And they also take it like a chance that, when they come here to learn, they also can improve their English also. So you see over here, you see people of different ages. Yeah, different ages. Because all of us need this system for our own reason. Okay, so this book, Say No Depression, it is end of the day, is very related to what I saw about energy frequency. So when energy frequency is not stable, I think that's where sometimes we shut our door from the outside world. So once you shut your door from the outside world, all you face is your four walls. You draw your curtain, everything is so dark. Then you feel more and more miserable. You feel that no one is helping you. But have you ever think, did you try to help yourself first? Yeah, so only we ourselves can walk out of where we are. So Super Life Secret Code is a system available. The methods are very simple for us to follow, but whether we want to reach out to the method, end of the day is our own decision. So in this system, we also, as Rachel also mentioned, the key thing is we want to increase our level of wisdom. Why? When we have higher level of wisdom, we make better choices in life. So when we make better choices in life, we cut down mistakes in life. So it's a cycle. All right. So that's how we break it down. So over here, Master has teach us to learn to be grateful for every single thing. So some of us are really practicing that every day, sending their gratitude of 3 to 4 items every day, or even 1 item. We need to be grateful, right? Even grateful on the chair that you're sitting on. Can you imagine there's no chair? All of us is going to stand for 2 hours. Then we will lose focus because our leg is pain. We cannot. So we are grateful. Even we have a mic that we don't have to shout across the board. So everything we can learn to be grateful. Before Super Life Secret Code, I don't think I even know how to be grateful to a chair I'm sitting. I would think this is given. I come to the classroom, there must be chair. But is it true that there must be chair? It's not true, right? So once you start to understand all this, which is nothing but the truth of the universe, you will find that a lot of things in life, once you learn to take control, once you have the innate ability, you can really change a situation around. All right, so let's share the video that we have for our upcoming event in March. So let's watch this video. Anybody who would like to do a sharing after the video can let us know too.
每一个生命都蕴藏着与生俱来的奇迹密码。超码音乐不仅是一段旋律，当爱与感恩之光流经我们的身心灵，内在记忆便会开始苏醒，如同 DNA 般的生命和谐程式，启动更新的力量。黄金旅程，永不匮乏的爱。每一首超码音乐都承载着爱的频率，引领我们走向喜悦与圆满。在这些歌声中，你不只是聆听，而是在与天地共振。忧愁、压力、 伤痛，在音符中逐渐淡化，取而代之的是内在的平静、希望与力量。这就是超马音乐的奥秘，它传递爱的能量，让灵魂再次闪耀，让生命更趋完整与和谐。当音符轻轻滋润每一寸细胞时，细胞仿佛像是一颗种子，充满无限的生命与活力，不断地开花与结果，借由细胞不断地传递能量，让我们的人生从里到外都能趋向完美与和谐。音乐带来的共振，不只是心灵的安抚，更是灵魂的觉醒。当我们随着导师的音符共鸣，我们正在谱写新的生命篇章。每一次聆听都是一次自我更新，每一首乐曲都是一段爱与奇迹的旅程，每一个音符都是一滴滋养生命的甘露，让正向的力量渗透生活的每一个瞬间。天元文化邀请您，让我们携手一起，借由超马音乐来调整您我的身心能量，让音符成为您改变生命的关键，把这份佳音遍传世界，用旋律来改变我们的地球，让我们一起走向更光明、更美好的未来。幸福不是等待，而是选择。现在就踏入超马音乐的光与爱，现在立即报名，让我们一起启动新的旅程，为自己开启健康、圆满与喜悦的新篇章。3月14日、3月15日，我们不见不散。
Yes, so let's all believe in love, begin a golden new journey. So just to at least let you understand. So we started with the baby, right? I think you roughly can understand when life is really formed, right? And then slowly when we become a human. So all these things actually, when you're even a baby inside, when you listen to music, you will know, right? So I mean, for those who are pregnant before, right? When you listen to sad music, I think our baby probably don't really move. But when we listen to happy music, you see your baby, the fetus inside, wow, kicking, right? Yeah, so same thing, right? Hey. Mm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so you see, when you run a baby, because you already have 生命嘛, you're already alive. You may not understand, but you're already listening. There's already downloading. Yeah. So in Master Song, Master has hundreds of songs. Majority is in Chinese. So but we do have a handful in English. So Crystal can send to Haslina. So listen to the song, right? Every day we encourage to listen to 3 songs a day. Yeah. So like just now, when you first started, we sang Abundance, Always Move Forward. There's another song that I think is really very beautiful. It's the Prayer of Love. Okay. So when you listen to all these songs, you manifest and you resonate with the lyrics. Then you will feel, wow, actually, a lot of things are actually very simple. But human likes to complicate the situation. Human being human, we like to complicate the situation. So even in the Chinese song, there's a lot of them who don't understand Chinese, but end of the day, they can sing the Chinese song. Yeah, really, right? So many of our members, they go, like even if you go to these courses, of course, when the singers sing the English song, we can't translate on the spot. But when the host is talking, and during the workshop, it's fully translated into English. So we've got a team behind doing all this translation. And of course, it's simultaneous translation. So sometimes do bear with us if certain words you say, how come suddenly so quiet, no words? Because when masters speak, we have to, because I'm one of the translators. So sometimes we have to process what he's talking and then we have to say, so it's a simultaneous translation. And of course, language is never a problem. There was one member, I'm very inspired by her. She couldn't read Chinese, but those days back then, what she got was a Chinese version of Super Light Secret Code. She used Google Translate to actually finish reading the whole book. So I was very inspired by her sharing. So that's really telling us that actually everything is, there's a way. It's whether do you want to find the way, right? The key is there. Whether do you want to pick up the key, right? So, but sometimes we may pick up a wrong key. So in Super Life Sugar Code, Master taught us a lot of methods. We hear a lot of testimony. Why? Because we want to tell ourselves why want to go a long way trying to make our chances and then don't know whether it works or not works for us. Why don't we just follow the direction? Yeah. So start by practicing tomorrow. Okay. Be grateful for everything, or even by after you walk out, if you're taking a public transport home, be grateful to MRT, be grateful that you got a seat. Yeah. You go by bus, you have to be grateful there's a bus, the bus is on time. Sometimes very amazing one. I walk to the MRT, sometimes a bit lazy, don't want to climb the step. Then the lift opened just in time for me. Then you go into the MRT, it's so crowded, but how come there's a seat there? Then everybody like looking for you. Hey, sit lah, sit lah. So it's like, you know why? Why is there such a blessing for me? But then I cherish the blessings that I have. And what's most important in this system, Master always tell us, in fact, in all the books that you read, in all the preface, he always remind us, once we learn from this system, actually, big or small, we will still have some benefits. And once we have a benefits, what we need to know is that we remember to share these good deeds to more people. Right,
Yeah,
Rebecca?
yeah. Master always tell us that even those is not a good thing, we still send blessing and love and gratitude. Even if it's good, the same thing, we have to send love and gratitude. This is the main two keywords, and then we have to practice it. When we practice it, we will have our happiness path. All right, and this coming Saturday, we have a big event in the other classroom in McPherson, the classroom called as LTC. So this is a very big sharing, love and gratitude sharing, and then we have a very good 4 of them, they are sharing their good testimonial for this coming Saturday. So make yourself free to drop by our LTC class, and we have a high tea to serve everyone on that day. So we have low hay also.
Wow,
Yeah,
we have low hair.
we have low hay on this coming Saturday. So invite more friends to join us. Yeah. Then
Yes.
remember on our Sunday class, our master class is at 10:30. It also conducts in 2 classes in McPherson and the classes in People's Park here. This is called as PPC.
Yeah.
So,
Even
yeah,
for the
feel
Sunday
free.
class, there's also English translation. So you can actually log in through Zoom. Yeah. So if you come to the classroom, just ask any of us. We will give you the English translation link.
Although Sunday class is just like Master talking to us, but Master will lead us to a visualizations.
Yes.
So from there we can learn from him, and then we'll realize that when Master talk, was just every time when he talk, you think of that he's actually talking about us because we need to change. Oh, wow. Why he knows that we didn't improve on this way, why we didn't do a proper way. So Master always tell us to do it in a correct way and then to gain our positive energy. Yeah. So, and remember our 14 set of homework. Later, who don't have this card, we can share with the 14 sets of homework.
Yeah.
And then we will just practice it and then experiment it. We see whether we improve by our own self. And we always talk to the mighty sons. And another things that we have to be grateful to our mighty sons every day. When we wake up, we talk to the mighty sun, talk to the universe to give send blessing to everyone and send blessing to yourself. Initially, I don't know why they always take about in Super Life Secret Codes. Every day is New Year Day, our
Yes.
Chinese New Year Day. And they always think about seeing Lensen. Initially, I'm not used to it.
Yes.
Why not a Chinese New Year? Why it sounds like a Chinese New Year song? So in realize that actually every day is our learning day, our cultivations day, and our New Year Day in our 360 days. So
好啊，
OK
好啊，来，兰姐。没，因为我们要
我们有
录制，所以
50的人，所以要听得到。
谢谢大家嘞，我都忘了这件事了，40年了嘞。我来到这边，你今天给我回忆嘞。
哇，
86年的时候我结婚嘛，87年2个月后我就怀孕大儿子。我每晚上都，那时候87年的时候，我每晚上都拿 CD 给他听的嘞。他的是放心的嘛。后来他长大他在教会做翻译员呢，做英文和华语 哇，双语天王，现在他是国际讲师。
Wow.
Thank you.
All right. So
还有40年了。
yeah, so she was saying because she saw the video just now, she suddenly recalled the memory back then after she got married in 1986. In 1987, when she was pregnant with the son, she actually let the son listen to music and probably some lecturers every day through those CD at that time. Oh, every night. Yeah, so because why you're feeding the right source of information. So that's a good input, right? So that's a good cause. So end of the day, what is the effect? Now the son is an international speaker. Wow. Yeah. So 胎教嘛. So we all know for those who 我们好像不是在 promote pregnancy class but anyway 胎教. So even we need to listen to
We are
songs, right?
talking about
Yeah.
master song.
Yeah. So in this book, as we read later in some of the chapters, you realize last time before Super Light Secret Code, when we are sad, what song we listen? More sad song. Because we need
watch
to
Korea
resonate.
show.
Yeah, we need to resonate in more sad song. Then every day cry. Then think of the song. I sound like the person inside the song. Watch the MTV, all the sad one. But now, when we are sad or when our mood is low, we play master song. Yeah, you try. Even the Chinese song, I can tell you, even you don't understand, you will still feel very happy. And now, Master's new song, those who attended
Take
class
share.
last Sunday, you heard the song 对白, right?
对白, yeah, the new song.
I can't wait for the song to launch, It's really so beautiful. Right, Uncle Dick?
Hello，
Hello?
谢谢我是阿德哈。我现在分享我最近我学了，因为有太阳
那首歌曲
文章这是很长的，我就讲几段给你们听了，不知道对不对啊？等一下。我开始start了，听好啊！因为有太阳，生命放光芒，大地喜洋洋，世界不一样。因为有太阳，我学会了坚强；因为有太阳，我开创方向；因为有太阳，我不会彷徨；因为有太阳，我不会迷惑。因为有太阳，我努力增长；因为有太阳，我送走了悲伤。但是很长，我讲英文翻译给你们听了哈。
艾琳会跟你翻译，
我会帮您翻译。
Uncle Dick，
翻译你啊。Because of the sun, I write and check and writing the act and resources and the war is the vision because of the sun. I had remembered to meet a story because of the sun. I followed my own path because of the sun. I wish no bit the road because of the sun. I wish no a big converser. I steady to roll because of the sun. I had a big and forward to the solo. Okay, I talking you.
Yes,
I help you to translate.
song that 这首歌我们下个星期播好吗？
那我讲的你看我讲的对不对呀？
对
，Uncle Dick 对的，
so
好，感恩。
Was actually resonating from the song lyrics.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Uncle Dick. So there's this song in Chinese. It's called 因为有太阳. Now it's called Because of the Sun. So actually it says, because of the sun, life is bright and shining. The world is happy. Everything is lively. Because of the sun, I become stronger. Because of the sun, I find my direction. Because of the sun, I have clarity. Because of the sun, I regain my peace. Because of the sun, I let go my pain. And because of the sun, I rise and shine. Why? Because of the sun. Because the sun is the greatest source of energy on earth.
Yes.
Right? So try tomorrow morning when you walk out, look at the sun. Yeah. When you're starting to look at the sun, wow, cannot, very glaring. But after a while, you look at the sun, the more you look at it, you can imagine the sun image in you. Even when you close your eyes, the sun image can come. So once you have this little sun in your heart, when you are down, you can mobilize this sun energy. So our 心中要有小太阳. We need to have this little sun in us. So whenever we are down, we mobilize the sun. So when you mobilize them from dark, become bright. then that's where you see light at the end of the tunnel. All right.
Right.
Okay, thank you all for coming to class this Thursday. We hope to see you again, same time, same place on
next week.
Thursday.
Yeah.
And of course, we have expressed our deepest gratitude to Master, deepest gratitude to the universe, and deepest gratitude to the
everyone,
Almighty
yeah.
Sun. And thank you, Rachel. We will love to see you again in the next time with
Thank
your
you.
more stories of all your blessings received from the universe.